go.
Yes, it is another Drinks Towards by, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, preferably 21 and over. But I think for this show we can, you know, do a little under 21. But that's
Mm,
just you know,
Not 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 when we started the show because we were in a bar.
yeah. Now we're just doing it from home. So,
Yeah,
but it's been a minute. It's been a while,
it has. I've
and
been out of town
on tour, as we would say.
on tour, as we would say. I uh, I was in Denver and then Austin, Texas, and I had a little break. Needed to catch my breath before I headed out to Del Mar, work the Breeders' Cup.
Where the surf meets the turf, Del Mar.
Surf meet the turf.
Very cool. I got to do Del Mar back in the day. I got to do the bet on some ponies, and I got to
Hmm,
watch Cake perform. They were the band to do a little concert. It was really cool. I really enjoyed it. I really like that venue.
nice. Yeah, I actually had worked. I've never been there for betting, but I had worked a music festival there. I think it was called Kaboo. That's where I got to. I was working the main stage, and the headliners were Foo Fighters, Imagine Dragons, and Katy Perry.
Wow,
Yeah,
very
I
cool.
got to see. I got to see Slash do a 5 minute solo.
How was that?
I mean, it was cool. I was, it's not. It was for the art and the entertainment of it. I mean, it's not really my thing, but the lady that was in the front row crying, it was totally her thing. You know?
Yeah, I got to work with Slash a long time ago when I was in
Oh,
radio.
really?
Yeah, he was a pretty chill guy, and yeah, I mean, there's not. I mean, what do you tell Slash? I'm just like, hey, what's up? And he's like, what's up? And that was, you know, I was like, do you
That's
need
pretty
your
much the interactions. Yeah.
like you need your stuff right there? Okay.
Well, that's just like when I was working the music venue, right? I was like, I meet all these people, and what am I supposed to do? Like, oh my god! I'm like, so what do you need? You good? All right. Is this person good? Okay, I'll let them in. They're not. Okay, they can't come in. That was just it.
Oh man. And speaking of music venue, which brings me to what we're drinking today, because so I go to the Hollywood Bowl a lot, and especially because there's this thing called Park and Ride where you could park your car at like a bus station, and then buses take you to the venue, and it's really easy peasy jamming easy. It's about $18, and you really don't have to worry about parking or anything like that. So I've been really on that tip, and going more to the Hollywood Bowl, because Hollywood Bowl, I don't know if you know this or not, they closed a lot of the parkings around there, just because they want to really promote this whole park and ride thing that's going on. They want more people to stop taking their cars and congesting the freeways and stuff like that.
Yeah, that
So
area right there. That area right there is very congested. Yeah.
yes, so I've been going more, and it's now the Hollywood Bowl is a very strange venue in the fact that sometimes they allow you to bring food in and drinks. And so, but you just never know. You just never know. And so it's always a gamble. So I went there when I went to go see this band called LCD Sound System. Pulp was opening up for them. They had a DJ playing right before that. I'm sure you know all those bands, but
Yeah. 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 I'm on it.
it was really cool. It was really cool. But I went, and so then I asked the security guard. I'm like, hey, um, are drinks allowed in? And one of them says yes. And so I go and I get a drink. I buy I forgot what I buy. I bought like a burger and a soda. And so I ate the burger, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna not walk in with my drink. I'm gonna open it when I'm inside, because right, like that's the usual rule. Especially like at Dodger Stadium, they're like you can bring stuff in, but it just can't be opened.
Yeah.
And so as I'm walking in, the guy goes, "Oh, you got to throw that away." And I go, one of the security guard goes, "You got to throw that away." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "The guy just there told me um I could bring in drinks." And he's like, "Oh no, 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 he's wrong." And then a bunch of security guards just kind of like came to me like I was causing trouble. It was really kind of awkward. I was like, "Don't you know who I am?" And so I was
Have you
like,
not seen the pod?
"Yeah, exactly." And I was like, "Fuck." And I'm like, "All right." I'm like, "Well, I don't want to throw this away. I paid like $4 for this." And they're like, "I'll tell you what you could do. You could check it in the coat section or whatever. And then at the end of the show, just go and pick it up." Here and I go, "Really?" So so there I go, walking into the coat like the coat bag check area. And I was like, "I'd like to check in this soda." And I go, "I will be back." So I check it in. And then after the show,
Wait,
you
wait,
know,
wait. Did they charge you for that though?
no, 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 it was free.
Okay.
And so after the show, I have to fight the crowd because I have to go around kind of the area and then go upstream where this check is. And then I finally did it, and I've saved it. It's been about a month. I saved this Diet Coke that I checked in just for the show. And so that's hold on. It's
That's
like a
sweet, sweet sound.
this is a $5 like Diet Coke.
Has it got better with age?
Yes, the aspartame is right at its peak.
After a month.
And I'm gonna
Uh,
this may sound controversial, okay, but Diet Coke in a can is the best taste, I think.
well, I mean, as opposed to what like Coke in a can and a bottle, like I I just don't understand how there's so many different formulas. Like McDonald's has their own Coca Cola formula, right? And everybody says their Coca Cola is the best. Same with Sprite. Like everybody says that's the best. And I agree. I think Coke, like once you like, maybe it's just the combo of the fries when you're drinking a Coke, but like a McDonald's Coke is really delicious.
Yeah, it's the carbonation. They have that carbonation down to a secret science.
Yeah, can't get the ice cream machine to work, but fuck, their Coke isn't great.
I was so committed to this soda. I could have just left it, but I was like, "No."
Yeah, no, no. The moment you checked it, it was like it's coming with me. I don't give a fuck. Like, what did the person when you came back for it? Like, what was their response? Like, what did they say?
You know what their response was? "Hold on, let me check all these other drinks that people left." There was like 10 other drinks, so other people did the same thing.
It's principality.
And you know what they said? There's like, "I get it. You paid a lot for this." I'm like, "I know."
Here's a rule of thumb. Whenever you speak to a security guard, especially first level, like your first interaction, when you have a conversation with them, get their name. Because when you get to the next guy and he tells you the exact opposite of what this guy says, you go, "Well, John told me this. So if John's telling me is giving me wrong information, you may want to go talk to John, right? And then get his name. What's your name?" So that way, if it escalates any further, now you have John and Mike, and you talk to fucking Steve, who's a supervisor, and go, "Steve, John tells me this. Mike tells me this. Who's in the right? Who's in the wrong? And how are you going to fix this?" That's the easiest way because everybody's always like, "They told me." Well, who the fuck is they? You know, there's your security security fucking yeah secrets to make sure that shit that gets done right.
Well, then they go on by telling me they're like, well, they're like it's different with each artist, and they're like they just don't want any projectiles being thrown at them or whatever. And I'm like, but you sell this in the venue, like that's the most stupidest thing.
Yeah.
You only want your product being thrown at them,
Oh
not
yeah,
anybody
yeah,
else's.
yeah, yeah. Like I filled my can with cement just to be able to throw it at the fucking artist that I paid to see.
Mhm.
Mm.
Exactly. Exactly.
I
Well,
told you I told you the story about that, right? Where I was working a punk show, and it was old school punk, the Adolescents.
yeah.
Yeah, where like the show was going on and somebody threw a beer on stage, just like the old punk days. And the guy from the Adolescents stopped the show, and he was like, "Turn on the lights." It's like, look, we're all here to enjoy ourselves, and just because we're called the Adolescent doesn't mean we're adolescent anymore. Security, get that guy out. And it was hilarious. I'm like, okay, this is old punk now. Nobody's jumping off stage anymore. Now it's just like, yeah,
Now
my
it's
hip
just
hurts.
yeah. Oh, and so what are you drinking today?
Oh, I'm just drinking the old H2O. You know, I
Yeah.
drink the water.
Yeah.
It's gonna be warm this weekend apparently.
Well, it's a good thing I have this Dodger hoodie that I just got.
I've been waiting. I've been waiting for this.
I mean, I was gonna wait till sports, but I mean,
Why? 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 Why wait to something that you know you want to fucking discuss? You know,
the
this
most
is this is your this is your lifeline. This is me winning the national championship over your team. This is yeah.
well, let me Stalgetty it. Picture it, Sicily. You know what I mean? What year are we in? 2025. You
Yeah.
know, there.
Do you remember where you were at when the Dodgers beat the Blue Jays in 2025?
Yes.
I go, yes, I was in San Diego.
And I was at a concert. Um, I was,
You
eh,
were.
I was, because when I bought these tickets a long time ago, I was like November 1st. I'm like, the World Series should be over by then. Whoever's in it, you know what I mean. So like, it's kind of like a free day. We're like in October. You're kind of like, oh my god, the World Series is still kind of going around and this and that. And last year the World Series went in 5 games, and I said that I was going to go to 5 games as well. Little did I know it was going to go all 7. Great series, by the way. Did you watch any of it?
I caught bits and parts of it. I was at work and then like getting off of work, so I was like, for me, I'm not the biggest of baseball fans when it comes, especially if my team's not playing. So I'm like, I'll catch it, but I mean, it was a good series. It was a very good series. I think it ended the way it should have ended. I think Toronto blew it in the ninth when you had the bases loaded. Like that was it. When the moment that they got out of the ninth, the Dodgers got out of the ninth with bases loaded. They go, they've won it. It's over. It's one of those like you just know.
I don't know, man. It was going back and forth, and I was I went when I got these tickets. I was calling the venue. I was like, "Are you guys going to be playing the game?" I need to know. By the way, the venue didn't get back to me until like 2 days later, and
After the game,
yeah, after the game, and and I'll tell you what they wrote on paper. It was essentially, we don't play other things because we don't want to distract away from the experience of the concert.
fair, very fair.
No, not fair when this is the World Series. Okay.
Nay, nay, sir. Nay, nay.
If this was just a regular Dodger game, okay.
Would you say this if the Dodgers were not in the World Series?
I would be fine with it. I'd be fine with it.
That they're
But
not playing it?
if they're not playing in it, then they shouldn't show it. I'm fine. But this is a local, a very humble, this team is very cash strapped. you know, and team, you know.
Pulling themselves from their bootstraps. Yeah, okay.
Exactly, exactly. Writing discount airfare, just to get to Toronto, So, and
That's
this
why they're charging so much for beer and food at Dodger Stadium
and
because they need
dude,
to.
don't even get me started. I'm gonna tell you about me going to purchase gear. Okay, well, that's another thing. And so that's what they told me, right? So I'm watching the game here at home, getting ready, getting all psyched up. By the way, the band that I'm going to see, one of your favorite bands, Spanish rock. They're called Caifanes. Very cool
Okay.
band. Very cool.
Yeah.
And so I'm getting ready, and then I'm like, fuck. I was like, I wanted them to have a lead or something, and then it was like still tied. And so then I go and I get my bike, and then I start biking, but I have my phone on and the speaker on as I'm riding my bike. I'm listening to the game. So I'm doing all aspects. I'm watching it on TV. Now I'm listening to the game as I'm biking to YouTube Theater. By the way, is the theater that we will be reviewing for a couple seconds. Have you been?
I have not. It is inside SoFi, right?
Yeah. It's a really odd theater, but it is really nice and it's small. I think the most is like 2,000 people.
Oh, so
Um,
it is intimate.
it is intimate, and there's really kind of no bad seat in the house. And I'll get to the amenities in just a moment. So, um, so I'm riding there, and then I finally found where the bike, um, the like little biking area is to park your bike. Because as you know, I live in Inglewood. I'm very close to the stadium, so I refuse to pay for parking. And I bike a lot everywhere, which is kind of good because it gets me kind of still kind of active and stuff like that. And it's kind of a fun experience. But I will say this: biking to and from, I'm not really listening to anything because you really have to keep your head on a swivel. It's really
Yeah.
dangerous to bike. So anyway, so I get there, I park, I lock, and then I enter the venue. And then if you're familiar with SoFi, you've been to SoFi, but only with me, right?
No, no.
What?
Well, I mean, I've worked SoFi like three different times. So I worked the Super Bowl there, I worked the college football championship there. So I've been around the stadium.
Okay, so what's really cool is where the YouTube, and you know where the YouTube theater is, right?
Yeah.
What's really cool is they close off because there's one part of it's called like Peacock area or something like that. And I know it because I go there a lot because in SoFi when I go to the games, because I don't know if you know this or not, David Macias, but I am a Charger season ticket holder, and so
I've been made aware.
and even when I walked in YouTube theater, I'm a Charger season ticket holder.
Yeah.
They're like, okay,
The staff was looking at each other like, we got another one.
I should hope. They're like, oh my god, another
One of
Charger fan.
yeah. One of those.
So so they have an area closed off, and they have like food trucks there. There was like 4 or 5 food trucks and like another like little tent of food. So it was really cool, but I got there kind of late because I was pushing it um from watching the TV because I wanted to watch the most and get the most out of just,
The game, yeah.
the game. And so it was really cool. So then I go in the second level because again I wasn't familiar with the area, and I didn't, and I had first level. And so I walk in, and I'm really exhausted from pedaling, and they have Gatorade there, and I'm like, oh, can I buy a Gatorade? And he's like, yeah, and I'm like, hey, do you know if they're gonna be playing the Dodger game? And they go, no. They're like, we even asked. They're like, but they're not gonna be playing it. And I was like, fuck, that sucks. And so then I go and I finally find my seat, and I'm watching it, or not watching it. I'm there, like a phone app, and it just shows you like a square and like who's batting and stuff like that. So I'm kind of
Yeah.
watching it very archaic. just like that, and I hear a bunch of sounds outside, and this is about, like, 20 minutes later, it's about 8 o'clock. The band's supposed to go on, but they haven't gone on, and, I walk outside, and sure enough, they finally are starting to play it in the lobby, and I was like, "Oh my god, yes." So I'm watching it, and then I go to the restroom, and then I bump like, there's a thing that says food, and I'm like, "Oh, there where?" And as I keep on walking, I find the Nacho bar. They have, like, a nacho area, and it's really cool. It's right next to, like, the VIP lounge, and, um, and they have the game on right there too, and I buy $25 nachos, and I will say this, I paid when I was at Dodger Stadium, I got to go to one of the conference games, divisional games, uh, and I paid $30 for nachos. And so my love of nachos shows no bounds, but I
Yeah.
mean, nachos are gonna run you about $20. That's kind of like the market value of nachos. What would you say?
Is it? I don't know. I just think it depends on what like what you're putting on the nacho. Like if it's just nachos and fucking nacho cheese, like chips and nacho cheese, it shouldn't be more than fucking $10 at a stadium. Like you can't tell me that that's a fucking anything more. Like if we're talking like premium nachos and we're talking like you're getting like good beef or fucking chicken, you're getting the meat, you know, the shredded cheese is melted. I'm not a melty shredded cheese guy. I think I don't like the stuck nacho. Um, are you getting the guacamole? See, there's so many factors in what a price range of a nacho should be. But if you're getting stadium fucking chips and nacho cheese, no more than $10. You can eat a dick.
I believe that's the price. Eat a dick for
Eat a dick for 30. Yeah, eat a dick. Nachos with cheese, eat a dick for 30.
with your choice of jalapenos, and you'll get like 3 or 4. I remember those days, when it was just cheese. It was like a little cup of cheese, and then your chips, and then a couple jalapenos. And
Yeah, it was a
I
dipping little dipping cup of cheese on
yeah,
the side. You know, fuck, $5 at best.
yeah. I call those the dark ages of nachos. Because when I went to Dodger Stadium, they gave me a bowl, like a Dodger helmet, and it had everything, literally everything in it. And it was worth it. I couldn't even finish it. I was with Damaris, and I'm like, "You want some?" I'm like, and she's like, "No, I'm good." I'm just like, "These are fucking great." I was like, "You fools! I would have paid 60."
Okay, but see, there you go. They had the stuff to warrant $30 fucking cost of nachos, and you get a fucking helmet, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So
So it was worth it. But there was 25, no helmet. I couldn't believe it. I was outraged.
no helmet.
You don't have a
I don't
Dodger
know.
helmet?
I'm like, I mean, how many helmets? I mean, I don't know what kind of helmet would you get from YouTube Theater.
Maybe a football helmet. Football is played there.
Mhm.
That
Yeah,
would be nice. But anyway, the nachos there were really good. Where I was like, man, I'm like, if I ever get another cool band that plays here, I'm like, I will be coming for the band and for the nachos.
Joe's.
It was really good. So there I am in
Go ahead.
perfect symbiotic life. Watching the game, and there was this really cute girl with a date, obviously, right next to me. And it was funny because like sometimes you could tell that there's like a guy that just doesn't like sports like he's really not a sports guy, and that's fine. That's
That's fine.
great. But I felt like the roles were reversed where she was like talking about the game, and he was just like whatever, and I was next to her, and we started chatting, and then Will Smith comes up, and she's like, "Oh my god, Will Smith." I'm like, "Don't worry, he's fucking clutch." And sure enough, he fucking hits a bomber, and we're like, "Oh fucking shit!" And I'm like, "Oh my god," try not to like fuck up my nachos. You know what I mean? And I'm like, "Fuck." There's a point in my life where I'm like, "Look, the game is about to end. I think the Dodgers are gonna win it. So I gotta hurry up and eat these nachos because they're gonna fly everywhere. And meanwhile, the band starts playing. So in between, like we're both singing, like, oh yeah, that's whatever, and then we're like, I'm eating my nachos and I'm finished, and I just throw them away really quick. And then we finally watch the last inning. And when the Dodgers win, we just both looked at each other and hugged. It was really like I just pushed her boyfriend out of the way. Like, it was like one of those weird moments
Yeah.
where it was just like I can't explain it, but it was just like we might have been old souls together or something,
Yeah.
but we shared this like common like
Whereas in the past, you've been the boyfriend that's been shoved, and then so why is she hugging this guy? Roles reversed.
yeah. And then like there was a guy with a Dodger jersey, and then we both ran and like hugged, and we're just like screaming. And I lost my voice just from the game, not from the concert, but from
Yeah,
the
but
game. It was really funny. And so then afterwards, after all the calamity and everything, we all dispersed, and I went to my seat to finally enjoy the show. But as I'm there, watching the show, I'm in Dodger gear, and a lot of people there are all in black. And these two like really beautiful women walked past me, and I believe I was sexually assaulted. They grabbed my ass, and I allowed it. I was just like, and I was like, it must be the Dodger gear.
yeah,
They must want like to be a part of the Dodgers. And everybody that walked by me that saw me that was in
grabbed
black.
your ass.
No, well, I wish, but no, they didn't. They all had to say something. Like I was a Dodger ambassador. You know what I mean? They're like fucking Dodgers. I'm like Dodgers. You know what I mean? It was great. I had such an amazing time watching them win and being at a concert and just sharing an experience like that with the crowd, as opposed to I already know what my life would have been had I not gone to the concert, or had there just been nothing that day. I would have just been at home just watching it, you know?
Watching the game. Yeah,
Yeah, but what a communal
that's good.
experience.
That's awesome. I'm very happy for you.
People just hugging us
Okay,
randomly.
yeah, yeah, random, yeah. But that's the thing with sports, right? Whenever like, well, minus the riots and the city destruction, it's a camaraderie. It's like we have something to agree upon, even though like we disagree with everything else. Like in this moment, we share a moment, and then it's just like, all right, and then after that, I'll never see you again.
I know. I felt like writing like an op-ed in like some like periodical or something like that, saying, "Do you remember me? Missed connections." You know what I mean? You were with your boyfriend. Dump that guy. We shared a love of Dodgers that is
Yeah,
unforbidden. You know what I mean?
natural guy looking for love.
Exactly. The rest writes itself. There was there was
Yeah,
there was these other guys that were just dude. They were drinking heavily, and they were getting like the most expensive tequila and just doing shots of it. And I was just like, damn, like I understand one shot. Okay, the Dodgers win. Fucking yeah, let's get a victory shot. But these guys throughout the whole game, let's get a shot. Let's get a shot. And I'm like, dude, like slow it down. You're getting
yeah.
fucking like you're paying like $33 a shot, like
God damn.
per person. You know what I mean? And it's not like these venues are fucking charities with alcohol. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just fucking, and then you gotta tip the person and stuff like that. I'm just like, damn, guys, like I get it, but I'm like, I would have waited, just done one shot.
1, 2, maybe, but after that, especially at $33 a shot, like, give me the well.
Well, the well was like $20, so you know what I mean?
Still better than 13
Yeah,
for the same ABV.
yeah, exactly. So Yeah, that was a day that'll live in infamy in my life, and back to back, nonetheless. You know what I mean? Which is even more impressive, more fun, more just more life. You know what I mean? More life changing. You know, and so I went like a few days later, just recently, uh, to Dodger Stadium because I wanted to get a jersey and some stuff like that, or and just walk around, just because it's still early, so you still get some of that championship fucking smell. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. The
And
aura.
yes, the aura. And so I went, and they had all four Dodger stores open at the stadium, and it was really cool because I only ever go to one store, which is I believe the right field pavilion, which by the way, that's the best store. If you're gonna ever go to the Dodger Stadium, that's the best store. All the other it's the biggest and all the other ones are a little bit smaller as you go by. And so but I went to the top of the ballpark because I didn't know all the other ones were open first until they told me. And I was gonna buy a professional away jersey because I'm one of those people that I want to wear the jersey that they won the championship in, and they just happen to be away. So I'm like, let me get a professional away jersey. Guess how much the professional away jersey is?
225.
I wish $470 without tax. No name on the back, no nothing. Just plain 400, and I was gonna buy one. I was gonna buy one, but the way these jerseys work, there's no large, extra large, medium. It's all by a specific size. So you're 44, 48, 52,
Like
and
you're wearing a suit.
yeah, exactly. And the 44, I felt like Goldilocks because I tried the 44. I'm like, oh, this is too hot, and then I tried the 48. I'm like, this is too cold. I'm like, I need something right in the middle. They're like, oh, we don't have that. I'm like, ah, fuck. And they were all a little too long, or but I wanted one, and everything there was like super. And they kept on saying, they're like, yeah, we know the prices are a lot, but like to me, I felt like saying, I got fucking money. Like like stop telling me this. And I felt like saying, I got no kids, man. I got no nothing.
But
Like
my thing was that jersey $470 before they won the World Series? Were they selling that shit like
I know
300 and before they won the World Series? Go, we got them.
these are World Series championship prices.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything was super just I mean, I could get it, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
it's weird because like and I talked to somebody about this the other day when I was at the Charger store. I was walking around. They're like, "Do you see anything you like?" And I'm like, "I like some stuff." I'm like, "But it has to speak to me." I'm like, if I buy something because it speaks to me, it calls me. Like this sweatshirt, $60. And I got it too because I've lost a lot of weight, and so all my clothes fit really, really big. And someone mentioned the other day, they're like, you should be wearing normal fitting clothes. And they're like, because they're like, you got a physique, you know what I mean? And I'm like, oh, really? Okay.
Oh,
And
okay.
yeah, so now I'm starting to buy kind of like clothes that actually are my size. And so I was like, oh man, I'm like, all my Dodger gear is like XL or just large. And so I got this medium and it fits pretty nice. And so I was like, let me get something. But I'm a zip up guy. I like zip up, and they didn't have any zip up there. And so anyway, I got this hoodie for like $60. And as I was walking out, before I purchased this, somebody was like, "Oh, do you offer a military veterans discount?" And they said yes. And I'm like, "What?" And I'm in line. I'm like, "Hold this. I'll be right back." And I went to go get my veterans ID. And I'm like, "One veterans ID, sir. How much do I get off?" They're like, "Just no tax." I will take it.
save me the 9.25%. Thank you very much.
Exactly. Well, Dodger
And
Stadium
that
is
shit adds up.
yeah.
That shit adds up.
Well, Dodger Stadium is its own little city. I don't know if you know this or not. Dodger
I
Stadium.
didn't.
Yeah, this happened a while ago. I want to. It was when Vince Scully was there that they turned it into Dodger Town. So it has its own zip code and everything. So they get to, and their tax is like 10% or something like that. It's a little
See,
bit
I'm
more.
telling you, man. They do everything they can to nickel and dime you.
Yeah, yeah. And us Dodger fans, oh, I want to show how much I love the Dodgers by buying all this gear and fucking like $3,000 later, like, oops.
So I'm gonna play devil's advocate, as you know I like to do. So
David's advocate, as I call it.
David's advocate, as they call it. So uh, there's been some backlash and some calls of protest in regards to the Dodgers going to the White House, considering what the neighborhood is, what the feel of it is. What say you, sir?
It is the toughest predicament to be in because one thing is you don't want to get your fans mad at you, but the other is you don't want an MLB to automatically get tariffed and to you know what I mean. So
They can't.
there's dude, think about all the international players that play in baseball. Think about um like just all the damage that could be done just by that about hitting all those extra players with taxes and tariffs and stuff like that. So um it, it's definitely I'm glad I'm not the ownership. um I'm definitely glad I'm not a player because that is a very tough balancing act to to do. I hope they don't. Last year they did, and I will say this: there are a few Dodger Republicans that I know of, and so they were happy to be there. So we'll see. I mean, I'd be fine if it was just like the Dodger Republicans that went, because I'm like, well, they're Dodger Republicans, so it kind of makes sense. Um, so I mean, I think that would be like the happy medium there.
Very PC of you.
Well, I mean, I don't want them to go, but like, who the fuck am I? You know what I mean? I
Yeah, no, it wasn't. I wasn't. I'm not trying to like alienate you. Like I can't believe he said. It. I'm asking for your opinion. Like you don't want them to go. Okay, that was it.
exactly, you know, I will continue to strike and not buy and not purchase alcohol from them. You know, that'll get at them. Although they're delicious nachos, that's gonna be hard. But
Yeah,
by the
or their
way,
$470 jerseys.
or when I went, it was like $80 for fucking parking, $85 for the privilege to park at the
Yeah,
stadium. And not to mention getting out 3 hours. And that's not even being funny. That is to get out it's to the point where at the stadium now, which I enjoy, they have porta johns everywhere because they know that people are going to be
they're gonna be
having
stuck in there. Yeah,
they're gonna be
yeah,
stuck.
there's. It's either porta johns or they're pissing all over the parking lot, or worse.
Oh, those porta johns were filled to the fucking brim. It was
Ew.
yeah, but what can you do? You know what I mean? They were all just filled up. I was like, fucking shit. Yeah, what's your stance on the Dodgers?
Uh, I, as you said, I can't speak for anything. I would prefer, as somebody from California, somebody who, you know, lives somewhat in the Los Angeles County, that, you know, they take a stand in regards to everything that's going on. but as you said, there's people who agree with everything that's going on, and it's shitty that you're cheering somebody who kind of hates you.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. I was,
That's the gift and the curse of it all, right?
yeah,
It's how much boycotting can you really do?
I know a few of of those guys, and I was not cheering them at all. And one of them was such a major fuck up. I'm like, why is he there? I'm like, he's really throwing this game for us. Just like, get him out, get him out. I'm not gonna name names. You guys can research it and find out for yourself
Yeah,
who's who. But yeah, it was yeah. There's a nice 360 of just kind of the Dodger experience. If you're a Dodger fan, thank you, and we did it. And if you're not a Dodger fan, did we ruin baseball? I don't think so. You know, again, every owner has wallets. All these people that we got were all free agents. But the difference is they wanted to win. See, you could be a Mike Trout. You're probably asking, who is Mike Trout? He's like what a slugger, great fucking batter. You know what I mean? Plays for the Angels. But he sold his soul for like $500 million, you know? And he knows. Look, I'm never going to win a championship here, but I'm going to get paid.
yeah.
So you know, there's that ideology, but dude, these players, they want to win. That's the difference between professional and just kind of, well, I would say amateur, but we've all played a game, whether it's basketball on just to fuck around or whatever, and someone takes it serious. You know what I mean? But these people are winners and they want to win. It's in their DNA. It's encoded in them. And when you see a team being built, it's like, do I do it for the money or do I do it for the ring? And most of them are now wanting to do it for the ring. They say that this was a David and Goliath series, but I will say this: Goliath didn't just become Goliath. Goliath didn't just wake up and be like, I'm the biggest baddest person in the world. He had to evolve to that, and that's what the Dodgers had to do too. There were years where we didn't do shit. There was tons, but we kept on building and building and building, tweaking the formula, and now we see the success. Nobody remembers all the agony. They only remember this moment right now, and that's with anything. We look at people and we see them successful, but we don't see all their failures. We just see their success. And I just went on a big rant. I don't know because I love the Dodgers. That's why I
You did. You were like adamant about. It. I was like, say what? Mm-hmm.
had to stop. I was like,
And that was sports.
that was our Dodger. That was our Dodger moment for 45 minutes. Everybody tuned out, but well, we were gone. I did post a video. I don't know if you saw it or not. It was a 22-minute review of LAX, and
I'm sorry. I missed that one all the way. Sorry.
hmm hmm thanks, David. No, I'm just kidding. It's fine. It's 22 minutes, and it's gotten a lot of views. It's gotten a lot of views. I
Nice.
posted it on Drinks to Words by, in hopes that somebody would see that and then, start subscribing or whatever to our show. Um, so
You
if
know,
you're new,
I do remember it. I just didn't have at the moment time to watch it and kind of split my mind. I do remember the picture. I do remember it now.
yeah, and people are like, who's gonna watch a 22-minute video? And I'm like, the same person that watches an hour and a half of our show. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
like, but I do cover a lot. You know what I mean? I take some mass transits and stuff like that, and I try the new LAX metro station, and I go on, and I do the full thing, and I give you some tricks and trades and tips, and yeah, it was an interesting. I've never really done anything like that, um, so it was an interesting experience just to kind of go through it, and I don't know if I will still be doing reviews of stuff or not, or what, but it was an interesting moment just to kind of scratch that itch of being kind of a reviewer or not, because it's something that
I
I
think you should.
yeah, it's something that I rarely do, just because I'm more used to just kind of just conversations and stuff like that. But
Yeah, like give it a
yeah, yeah.
So sorry, so I was a little late today. I had to push back our start time because I had I showed you a picture of me walking, taking one of our fosters out. So right now we have two fosters. We have Otis, which is an 8-year-old Maltipoo, and we have Rudy, who is an 8-year-old uh, cancer surviving pit bull. He has 3 legs. They had to cut out a tumor, but also had to cut out his front right leg. So it's a I'm doing a lot of work trying to carry up a 75-pound pit bull up downstairs. Helping him walk and stuff. Like for us to take him to the dog park within our apartment complex, we have to actually drive him because I can't carry him that far. So we take a little car trip to the park. We have him walk around, exercise, try to build up his strength, and get him more acclimated to walking on the 3 legs. So yeah, trying to do our part in helping the Doogs around the world that don't have a home.
And so, with this foster thing, so like you just have them until they get adopted, or how does this work?
Well, we're more temporary foster, so we keep them in the hopes that they're getting adopted. So they have the company we work with, they have like a website, and you can see pictures and stuff like that, and they'll set up meetings. And yeah, and right now it's a great feeling to help. It does take some time. It takes a lot of time and patience. Um, I love Rudy. He's great. He's the sweetest gigantic pit bull with 3 legs you'll ever meet. So, yeah, if anybody has a first level home and wants a pit bull who's really sweet, give me hit us up on Drinks to Words by or any one of our Instagrams. Um, yeah, I mean it's sad. Like until I started helping my wife with the fostering, I didn't realize uh, the amount of dogs that are out there and need a home and everything. And I also didn't realize there are a lot of organizations that out there that are trying to help all these dogs. So it's really cool.
Very nice. Well, good for
Yep.
you. And what's the name of this organization? Let's give them some. Let's show.
Some
Yeah,
love. I mix them up. Give me a second. Let me get that information for you.
yeah. So that way, if you guys are interested, you guys can help out, and you know, uh, do your part, and help these beautiful animals find a forever home. And if you do, we'll even have you on the program, and we'll talk about that. If you're interested in being on the program as well, slide in the DM or hit us up on Drinks to Words by, or our was it our email drinks to words by at gmail.com. So go ahead and do that.
Um, with a Z, of course, it has to be. Uh, yeah, pumpkin paws. Uh, yeah, we actually had another dog with us as well. So we've been rotating on top of the our animals.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you're essentially Noah's Ark now. You know,
Yeah, I was calling my wife Ace Ventura for a minute.
you open the door. And
Yeah, it really was, dude. We had we had 2 cats, 2 dogs that are our personal animals, and then at one point we had a Siberian Husky, a white Siberian Husky with like ice blue eyes, beautiful dog. and he's like a husky that just like is chill and stays in the house and wants to sit on the fucking couch. Um, and then we had a new baby. I can't like a terrier, and she was a terror. She was teething. Oh my god. It's one of those like that's the one that wakes you up at like 4 in the morning whining. And you're like, ugh. But I will give it this. That it has given me a new respect for the people who do this and a new love for animals because you kind of see, like I said, the Rudy, the three-legged pit bull. They just found him on the street. He had a huge, like 10-pound tumor growing out of him. So somebody didn't want to deal with him and just let him roam the streets. And the organization raised money and got the surgery. They went to three different consultations in regards to making sure that they could do it without having to put him down, and like what was it going to take? Can they save the arm? And everybody agreed there was nothing that they could do in regards to saving it. So, but it's a beautiful thing. So sorry
Yeah.
for bringing this down, so to speak, in regards to our conversation about the Doyers.
Well, all we just needed was some Sarah McLaughlin playing in the background, and
Right? In the arms of man, I remember every time that commercial came on, it was like I'm either gonna cry or change the channel because this is just like the saddest fucking thing. And I never realized how sad that song was until you start putting pictures of like animals all like just sad. Like if they had that music when Sally Field was or what was it? Who was the one that's trying to raise money for kids?
oh, Jerry Lewis,
No, no, not
muscular
the
dystrophy.
film. No, God damn it! They made fun of her, Sally Struthers.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Sally Struthers. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they made fun of her on South Park. She was eating all the food. Like, how am I feeding a kid on 10 cents a day? That's fucking amazing.
Oh man. Yeah, I totally get it. Um,
Yeah.
what are you watching? Anything? I just saw this movie called Begonia, and it was I've been watching tons of movies lately. Um, so we'll get into what we're watching. Um, that was a really interesting movie. It was with Emma Stone and Jesse Plemons, and this is about these guys steal this like executive or CEO of like this conglomerate, and they think she is an alien, and so you're like, man, these guys are fucking crazy, you know what I mean? Because they're trying to like it just shows how absent-minded they are. And
Yeah.
it was really interesting. I'm not going to give away anything. I'm not going to you know spoil anything, but I highly recommend it. It was, it's I know it's out. It's been out for like 2 weeks now, but if you could catch it before it leaves, go ahead. But if it comes on TV or whatever, definitely worth a watch. It's all the characters there are very compelling.
Cool. I mean, I last night I just watched the newest Jurassic Park movie with
Oh yeah, with
Scarlett
ScarJo.
Johansson.
Yeah,
Scarlett, yeah.
I saw the
Um,
trailers.
it it was a Jurassic Park movie.
Yes.
There was it had some tension, but not as much tension as previous movies. It's entertainment. Like you watch these movies just to keep along with the fact that we saw the original and we've probably watched every movie since. So it's like, okay, it's just like how do you keep putting yourselves in these situations where it was like just let it go, you know, just let it go. But here we are. I digress. It was entertaining. Uh, I I didn't hate it. I'm not going to like rave about it. It was a fun watch, and I've got to the point where I kind of like just want fun watches more than anything. Like it's hard to like Begonia. I feel like that's something I have to like concentrate, watch. Like I have to fucking focus. Um, Fantastic Four is now streaming, so I was gonna give that a watch this weekend. I'm still wanting to watch Nobody 2, like another entertaining movie. So I might rent that one because I don't know where it's streaming. It's like $5.99 to rent. So I'm like, fuck it, it's cheaper than going to a theater.
Yeah, definitely. I still haven't seen Nobody One, and I know you told me about it that I should see it. So
It's fun because if you like Bob Odenkirk, you're like, all right, you get to see him in a different light, and it's cool. It's a good, solid kind of John Wicky feel, because it's like somebody an actor you don't see in that light, and it's like they're pretty badass in this movie, and you're like, all right, I dig it.
I've been on somewhat of a nacho tour. I went to this place right by my house called Cineopolis because this is what I love, by the way, about living here in Inglewood, California, is it's vast different from West Covina, and I love West Covina, but when there are limited like releases in select theaters, it's always showing right here. And so I was able to go watch this Depeche Mode thing. It's like concert slash like poetry slash thing for like Dia de los Muertos, and it was just down by my house. And I was just like, "Oh my god, this is down by my house. Let me go check it out." And
Yeah.
so, the one thing though is their nachos at Cineopolis are hit and miss. Sometimes they will do the chips that it's like the bottom of the bag. It's all crumbly and just ruins the experience. But this time, I don't know if it was because of the Depeche Mode or what, but the nachos were on point, and I always get chicken nachos. I think chicken is the best uh, uh, protein for a nacho.
Interesting.
In my
Interesting. Sure. I mean, it's variety, right? You gotta try different things. Like I don't mind a ground beef nacho, you know, but it can't be clumpy. It's gotta be like gotta get like a nice spread of it. Um, I tend to go with chicken too because you just don't know what kind of beef they're using, and I don't want chewy beef to go along with my nacho. You know what I mean? I don't want to keep chewing after I've had one chip, going, fuck, let me finish this meat before I get to my next one. I want to keep digging in. Hence why I like a ground beef. A ground beef just kind of goes with goes with the bite.
nachos are definitely just everywhere. They should be implemented in every place. It's easy, and anything could be a nacho. That's the thing. Like there is no standard recipe. As long as there's chips and cheese, and dare I even say you throw in a jalapeno, it's nachos.
So are nacho fries then? Are those actual nachos? Because you said chips, and here we are. Now, are we going by the standard of fish and chips? We're going British style, where they call potato fries
You know,
chips.
I will say this: nacho fries are in the nacho verse. You know what I mean? It's in the nacho verse. Is it?
It's under the umbrella.
Exactly.
Okay,
Nacho verse, ladies and gentlemen. First,
nacho. Yeah,
can I say I coined that phrase?
and we have the MCU now. We have the NCU.
Oh, on my dating profiles, I do put that I am a nacho lover. You know, it's like, what does it say? It says write about yourself. I'm like profound nacho lover, and I do have a, a picture of nachos there too. How am I still single?
How used to sing? I was just gonna say that. I was like, come on, ladies, right here. It's just everything you could want. Dodger fan that loves nachos.
Fuck. Come on, ladies,
A nacho connoisseur, if you will.
if you will, if you will.
If you
Um,
will.
you know, with reviewing, I have been thinking about because there's this guy called the Taco God that I follow on Instagram. I don't know if you've seen him or not. He's kind of veering off in other things, but like, um, I've been wanting to be like a nacho reviewer. Like,
Is that the guy that traveled across the U.S.?
no, he mainly does California, Southern California, but now he lives in Nevada. So now
Hmm.
he's doing stuff in Nevada as well. So he travels back and forth to both. But what I love about him is like he just buys um one taco and eats it. Because he must, I mean, he must be doing that all day. So one taco at one place is, you know, between me and you, we're like, well, I need three tacos because that, to me, three
Yeah.
tacos is the standard.
But see, but then here's it is like the other guy like he'd get different meats. So is he just getting carne asada?
No, sometimes he'll get like chicken. Sometimes he'll get up. He'll walk
See,
into the place and be like, "What's your best taco?" And then they'll tell him that, and
okay,
then he gets that.
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so it's pretty. It's because he's like, well, if you're gonna go here, do this.
See, whenever I try a new place, I always eat the first taco plain. I don't put salsa because I want to know if the meat is seasoned. A lot of places don't season their meat because they expect you to put salsa on it and cover it, and they just get off on doing the bare minimum. I want seasoned meat. That's just
Yeah,
me.
yeah, that's how he does it too. He always gets it no sauce or no salsa or whatever.
Yeah.
And just to wrap up my little nacho tour, I was in Vegas, and I was at Treasure Island or the newly branded TI. You know, that's what it goes by now. And I was like, I'm like, this is gonna be stupid. And I'm like, they have a fucking pirate fucking ship out in front. Come on. But surprisingly, they won me over. Like you go in and it's not really it's just the outside that looks, kind of like the old school place, but like they have like a CVS inside. Um and I went to their sports betting book and I got their nachos. Surprise. And
Surprise.
yeah, and they were really good. They were really good to the point where the entire time that I was there, I was buying nachos. I would like the next day I went and then the same girl was there. She's like, "Let me guess, the nachos," and I'm like, "Yeah." At the end of my trip, I had a menage a trois. I had chicken nachos on the right and beef nachos on the left, and I was going like this. Yeah, I was in heaven.
Yeah.
But I think if you go to any sports betting book, the nacho should be the most premier thing there. Sports and nachos, hand in hand.
I don't know. I can't agree with you on that. Uh, but yes, and if you're in Vegas at a sports betting book, it should be more than just nacho cheese. Like I'm not a nacho cheese guy. I'm a shredded cheese guy on my nachos. And like I said earlier, I'm not much of a melty cheese guy because then it's like you don't get to mix it up. It's all kind of stuck together. I feel that takes away because then like I have like four nachos and one is falling off. You're like that? No. I want single chip. For somebody who doesn't eat a lot of nachos, I'm very picky
Yeah,
about my
yeah,
nacho,
I know, I
huh?
know. Like you're fucking high end on your nachos. I'm like, fuck, I'm very animalistic. Just give it to me. Ah,
Yeah. Ever since Saving Silverman, it's all one nacho.
let us know about what you think about our hot nacho talk, guys. Send us a DM or send us an email, drinkswordsby at gmail. And while you're doing that, feel free to donate to some animal shelter or something like that. So,
Or
um,
to our Venmo so we can review more nachos.
exactly. Well, I mean, I'm trying to think. Have me and you ran into each other recently? Did we not?
It has been a minute.
It has. It
It
has.
it has been a minute. I think maybe July. I think we ran into each other in July. I think
not for Martin Luther King's.
we were at Moe's.
Yeah, yeah, it's been a
Yeah, I
minute.
think it was July. Yeah.
Yeah, so but don't worry, we will one day, see each other again.
Yes. And we will have nachos.
We'll definitely have nachos.
And
That'll
I will bring my lactate pills.
yeah. Yeah, no, don't. More nachos for me, David.
Well played, sir. Well played. I can only have one. Here, that's another reason why I don't like the I don't like the melty cheese because now I'm stuck and I'm like I can eat around it if it's just shredded. I get all the accoutrement minus that.
Stranger Things Part 5 is finally out. I've yet to see it, but that is on my weekend plans. Stranger Things, ladies and gentlemen. Did you watch the Stranger Things?
I have not seen one episode of Stranger Things. I've not been a Stranger Things person. Nothing against the show. It has launched some careers, so to speak. I hear it's good. One day I might watch it. I don't know.
Well, you picked the right time because now it's all about to come to an end, and um, you didn't have to freaking wait like 5 years for the last season. So,
Yeah, I'm actually kind of interested in watching the new It series on HBO Max.
welcome to Derry. Yes,
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
heard good things. I've heard good things.
yeah. I did, and apparently one of the characters in that is a character in The Shining.
Mhm.
So they're building a universe there.
Yeah.
So I mean, this is Stephen King universe, right? So you gotta love it. Stephen King is badass.
Well, he is badass, but he does have for every one good book or whatever, there's like 20 bad ones. So
Well, he was the creator of The Long Walk, right? That's a movie that I've got really good reviews on that I've been wanting to watch.
I want to watch that one too. I want to watch that one too. Yeah, I've heard good reviews of that too. Yeah. So everyone has homework this weekend. So make sure to go watch some stuff. It is Veterans Weekend, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. So you don't have to thank us. I know I've shared this PSA from time to time, but it's real weird. You know what I mean? When everyone thanks me for my service, I'm cool with it. You know what I mean? But I know a lot of veterans that are not because they're like, "What did I do?" You know what I mean? They're like, "I just fucking sat at a desk or whatever," and I'm just like, "Well, I always tell them like, well, you did something that less than 99% of the country did." So,
Yeah.
I'm like, you should be prideful of that. Whether or not you felt you didn't do something, I'm like, you did. And anytime someone thanks me for my service, I always thank them for their patriotism. I'm like, well, thank you for your patriotism. And that's how I usually answer back. And for me, it's no big thing, but I will be going to Starbucks to get my free coffee, um, like I do every year. you know,
So now that the season's over, getting back to real quick to sports as we're talking about your free coffee. What are you gonna do about your panda addiction for the next couple months?
well, my panda addiction got even crazier because I know the manager's name now and she knows mine because I'm there like so frequent. And it's to the point where I walk in and they're already getting my order. They like see me like, "Oh." You know what I mean? So I kind of built like a reputation and I'm like, "Oh my god." You know what I mean? Like I was supposed to go today, but there was just too much. But I might go tomorrow before the
Here's what
game.
you do. Here's what you do. You take in a bowl of chips and you just have them put some toppings. Now you have panda nachos.
Panda nachos. Wow. They will do that for me. I'm that well liked.
I'm it's just like getting a side, right? But can you just put it on the chips?
Yeah. I mean, the only thing there that is worthy of that is just their chicken, and
Yeah,
you could just buy that on the side.
yeah.
Um, yeah, but I will be going back. I will be checking in for them from time to time
Periodically, yeah.
periodically. You know what I mean, just to show them that I'm still alive. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna miss that. And two, so I usually do that with my swim, and right now my pool is closed for a month for renovations or whatever. So like usually those two are run in tandem where I go to swim and I come back, pick it up, and then
No.
bring it. So we'll see. We'll see next week. I'll probably get
No.
some panda next week because this week what I did for Veterans Week is I got all my food ready. I got Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday morning all lined up. And needless to say, the coup de grace is Monday and Tuesday, where I will be having steak for breakfast and eggs. But at night, I bought 2 pints of Ben and Jerry's. So night one, I'm still debating. Night one is Chunky Monkey, or is it, or should I say that for night two? Chunky Monkey is my favorite, and then I got some like other like caramel and vanilla chocolate thing that I got, and so because I love vanilla and chocolate together is like perfect. You add some caramel in there, it's it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Dude, dude.
So each night, I just don't know what to do now. Do I go off script and have half of each night? That way, I get the best of both worlds.
I was gonna recommend that. I was gonna recommend that. The old thrifty scoop of one, scoop of another.
Yeah, but the thing is, I can't stop eating it. That's, which is why I'm like, well, if I just open one and I finish that, that keeps me,
If yeah,
you
to
know,
the one. That's yeah. Okay, I get it.
good-
Then go that route.
yeah,
And me personally, I'm always a save the best for last. So if night two is your last pint, I'd go with the chunky monkey. So you're not like going like eating something else, going, oh, I wish I still had that. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. So, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be a good weekend. I'm gonna make some beans and rice. And yeah, it's
Awesome.
yeah. I love planning. I rarely get to have that many days off, and usually I just have the weekends off, and I just I go get something. But I was like, no, 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 we're gonna do this right. So hopefully you guys plan it all. Are planning something for your family and stuff like that. So good times. Anything else in sports, by the way? I know the majority of it was the Dodgers, but I will say
No, I
this.
mean it's still early. It's still kind of early in a lot of things. I think we're good with sports.
Okay, but I will say this: the gift and the curse of either having a good team is their prices are really expensive. But if your team is bad, prices are usually they're expensive, but they're not as expensive as championship prices. And have you been looking at any Brown stuff? Like I'm sure it's all on sale.
No, not as of recent. I don't know. I do get a lot more Ohio State stuff. I'm I have my one brown shirt. I've looked into others. Uh, I have to look into like the nostalgia of it all. Like there's a company out of Ohio that does like they do like their own like non-licensed stuff, but they also have stuff with like old players. So like they have like a Mark Price if you're a old basketball Cavs fan. They have like a I'm trying to see if they have a Webster Slaughter. So Webster Slaughter was like one of my favorite receiver growing up in the '80s. So and it was actually if you remember Tecmo Bowl, and when you scored a touchdown, receiver scored a touchdown, they did that high five, that was actually taken from two Browns receivers who did that original high five.
Wow. You know
Yeah,
what? They sell the Tecmo Bowl and like the John Madden like shirts of the helmets, but like
like the Pixel.
yeah,
Yeah, the
pixelated.
pixelated ones. Yeah,
Yeah, those are really cool. Those are very
yeah.
cool. Do you have one of those?
I do not. I'm currently wearing my Big Trouble Little China shirt.
Ooh,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. You know, I have a show enough shirt. Dabble here and there in regards to shirts. Uh, I tend to buy just a lot of solid colors because of work. I have to like all black, so it's hard for me to wear just regular t-shirts out and about.
Yeah. I know that, and that's what I run into at the end of the year when football season's over and Dodger season's over. Usually I'm in Dodger gear, and then when the season's over, I switch over to Charger gear, and then for a very slight point of time, I'm in Kings gear for like a month or two, and then it's back to Dodger gear. So that's kind of the way my wardrobe just kind of goes. It's easy. It's easy. I'm supporting my
Yeah,
team. And it is what it is. So. And then periodically I'll sprinkle in Irish gear, some Notre Dame stuff. So it's very nice. But that's that. I mean that was another little quick sports thing. Last call for topics. Is there any other
last
topics
couple
you want?
topics. Not currently. Uh, nope. I think I'm good. I'm home for a bit, so unless I pick up some work, we can actually do the pod a little bit more.
All right, that's good. Yeah, I wonder. I forgot
Yep.
what pot this is. Let me look really quick. I think we're in the 180s.
I thought we're closer to the 190s. I thought we've been in the 180s for like a couple months now.
Well, I mean, it's been tough to get
Yeah,
to, man. Like it's been tough to.
yeah. It's been on me. I apologize.
No worries.
I
And then I got some things coming up in January. So it's gonna be not tougher, but it's
well,
it's gonna be
yeah.
challenging.
January is when I kind of start back up because I got college football championship, and then I got Pro Bowl and Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm like, where do I find this out? And I'm like, duh. Just log on, and we are at. This should be 189.
Ooh,
So
here we
we are,
go.
yeah.
We're
So we
rounding that corner.
rounded that quarter to 200. Can you believe it?
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. So hopefully by 200, well, I mean, can we get 11? No, I'm like, can we get 11? There's only 8 weeks and 8 weeks. I mean, 4 weeks and 4 weeks, so that's 8 weeks. And even if we did it, unless we like doubled it,
Yeah. No,
yeah,
not before the end of the year.
yeah.
No, it's happening in 2026.
Whoa. There's something to look forward to, guys. Something to look
Yeah.
forward to in 2026. It's gonna be epic, epic. Okay.
All right.
Uh
Final cheers.
Final cheers, ladies and gentlemen. Wait. Before we do, guys, log on to drinkswordsby.com. Go ahead and catch up on anything you missed. We have an IG, it's on there. We have a YouTube channel, it's on there. Click those banners. Smash that subscribe button. 6, 7, whatever that means. But the kids are into it. So 6 and 7, 7, 6, whatever combination you want. Do it. Do it. It's all on drinkswordsby.com. Feel free and do it. I thought 6-7 meant Dodgers 6 game, Dodgers 7 game. That's what it means to me. Everyone's allowed to think of their own
Interpret it. Yeah, interpret it however you
interpretation.
want.
I think it's very much like that. I think that's how that came about. I'm not sure, but yes, that the final cheers, ladies and gentlemen. Final cheers.
Final cheers.
David, who are we cheersing
Uh,
to?
in regards to earlier conversation, cheers to all the great companies out there, including Pumpkin Falls, that do such a great job in fostering and taking care of animals that people have kind of left at the wayside or just strays. They do great work, and I'm happy that my wife's a part of it, and I'm glad that I get to be a part of it too. So cheers.
My last cheers is gonna go to I was okay, so I was at that LCD sound system concert, and right in front of me, or two rows ahead of me, was a guy who didn't have an arm. And there was a girl right in front of him, and this guy used his ability to start talking to the girl. And I was like, that was motivation. I was like, if this guy without an arm could use that and start talking to the girl and get her number, I was just like, cheers to you. Cheers to you, sir. This guy is turning whatever it is into something that I'm just like, it was amazing. It was amazing to see, David. It was life changing. It
There
really
you
gave
go.
me hope in everything. So to you, sir, not all heroes wear capes, and not all heroes have arms. So there you go.
Cheers.
What am I doing? I have two arms and I can't even talk to women. This guy, I was like, man. I was like, this
You
is
can. The Dodger game has to be on, or you have to have nachos in your hand, like nachos.
that is the perfect formula, the perfect aphrodisiac, if you will.
Yeah. Postseason baseball and nachos.
Yeah. Well, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Again, we do have a Venmo, so feel free to Venmo us. For all that information, log on to drinkswordsby.com, and we will be back soon. Until then, David, por favor, kick them out.
Always a pleasure, everybody. Be safe. Love you.
Peace.